Hedges.
Yeah.
Well, I don't often get to talk as if I graduated from seminary, which of course I did. And I just want to echo Michael that certainly one of the guiding lights of what it means to lead the moral and, more importantly, the life of faith is Father Berrigan. He has been, since I was a small child, being dragged off to anti-war demonstrations by my father, who was a minister, one of those revered figures of conscience. And so it is a tremendous honor to be with him today. I want to read just a small passage from Luke, because I think it is especially appropriate to where we're standing on the sort of cusp or edge of this great morass of financial speculation and worship of money. Now this is from Luke chapter 8. Now a large herd of swine was feeding there on the hillside, and they begged him to leave them enter these. So he gave them leave. Then the demons came out of the man and entered the swine, and the herd rushed down the steep bank into the lake and were drowned. When the herdsmen saw what had happened, they fled and told it in the city and in the country. Then people went out to see what had happened, and they came to Jesus and found the man from whom the demons had gone, sitting at the feet of Jesus, clothed in his right mind. And they were afraid. And those who had seen it told them how he who had been possessed with demons was healed. Those who worship money, those who stand before the idols of greed, are possessed with demons. And we've come today to call those demons out. I went to school with some of the managers of the largest investment firms of this country. I have been into the floors where they do their trading, and these people, obsessed with personal enrichment and empowerment, who have decided to build tiny monuments to themselves as the product of their lives, are consumed by demons, the demons of greed. They can speak about one thing: money. The money they have made, the money they are making, and the money they will make. Nothing else is important. Not those they love, not the community, not the ecosystem that they are destroying for quarterly profit. When you are possessed by demons, you lose the capacity for the sacred. Everything becomes a commodity. Human life becomes a commodity. The natural world becomes a commodity that you exploit until exhaustion or collapse. And in theological terms, people who orient their lives and have the power to orient our society in that direction are servants of death. These are forces of death. And what we have come to do today is stand up and fight for the forces of life.
Yeah.
If we do not radically reverse the direction that those who are possessed by demons are pushing our country towards, the very ecosystem which sustains human life will be destroyed. That is what we are up against. That is what we are fighting. And Trinity Church is the perfect example of a church, or let's say a corporation, masquerading as a church, possessed by the same demons of money. One of the reasons the Episcopal diocese will not speak out for justice is because they depend, I think, for about a third of their income on money raised by Episcopal Church. What kind of a church is it that can have as one of its tenant Goldman Sachs, which runs the largest commodities index in the world, and I have spent 20 years overseas in the developing world. I have seen what happens when you hoard futures, rice and beans and wheat, which which has increased in price by 100% over the last year. Children starve. I saw it in the Sudan. I've seen it in the Congo. I've seen it in New Delhi, in the slums of New Delhi. Those who trade human life for money are possessed by demons, and we come here today, like Jesus, to call those demons out. And those who cannot free themselves from the grip of demons like that herd of swine plunge over the cliff in a great orgy of self-destruction and self-annihilation.